Hello, friends, and welcome to another single-serving tabletop adventure from Queen's Court Games and Tabula Sono. Tonight, we will be playing Lighthearted, a game of neon, magic, and emotion by Kurt and Kate Potts, all lovingly rendered in a 3D virtual tabletop. You can find out more information about Lighthearted by typing !scenario in chat or taking a look at the show notes if you're catching up on YouTube or listening via podcast. This is a wonderful 80s coming-of-age movie, but even the campiest films can contain certain topics that viewers may find uncomfortable or objectionable. You can get a list of these topics by typing !safety in chat or checking out the show notes. The cast has been briefed on all these topics and has QCG safety tools at hand, but make sure to keep yourself safe and take breaks if you need them. Now that all of that is settled, let's meet our amazing cast for this evening. First up, they were voted most likely to win the lottery but lose the ticket. It's QCG social media maven Laura.
Hello.
Next is one of my favorite people, voted most likely to be late to graduation. It's QCG's technical director, Aubrey.
Hello.
Our first guest for tonight was voted most likely to get away with anything. It's Logan.
It's true. Hi.
And lastly, but certainly not leastly, they were voted most likely to create inventions that would show up on infomercials. It's Tabula Sono's community manager and our DM for the evening, Caito.
Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here.
We are so excited to have you here. And obviously, friends, I'm V, but you know that. So I'm going to let Caito take over.
Hooray! Hi, everybody. Just a brief little moment. I am the community manager for Tabula Sono. It is a virtual tabletop platform that is browser-based, it is free, and it is 3D. And for the intents and purposes of this game, it is absolutely perfect because there's so much weird Tron neon stuff that you can do in here. And we're going to be able to highlight that as we play this wonderful 80s coming-of-age story. We are going to be going through what would be sort of the format of an 80s movie. Mainly the coming-of-age stories that we know and love so well, like Breakfast Club, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, things like that. We also have some horror elements in there, just as a heads up. Nothing too untoward or scary, but some of those 80s campy horror films that we love. There'll be a little bit of that going on as well. So if you hear me talking as the in the title of this is not Game Master, it's Director. So I will be speaking a little bit in camera terms. And we will be going through all of that. And basically in reading this game, one of the things that I was thrilled by was it was all the neon-soaked loveliness and excitement and big hair and glitter and glam of the 80s without all the problematic bullshit. So we're removing all of that, hucking it in the garbage and saying, here's the version of the 80s that we always wanted. So I am thrilled to have each of you here. I know that for our the Patreon subscribers for Queen's Court Games got to see our character creation side of that. I would love for each of us in turn to talk through who our character is, so give me name, pronouns, their physical appearance, and just a little brief thing about who they are as a person. We're starting this adventure in kind of the throes of college, so these players have started to outgrow their cliques, but maybe are hanging on to some bad habits that they had throughout high school. So we're going to start it off visually. I'm going to do it based on what I can see, so it's going to be probably all over the map for you, V. But I'm going to start off with Logan. Please tell us about your character.
Okay, hello. I will be playing Dante. He goes by he, him. Dante is a member of the Outcast clique. He's a bit of a pastel goth individual. So he wears a lot of light pinks and blues, but also has like skulls, necklaces and rings like that. He has a high top fade haircut that's been split down the middle. Like he actually naturally has one side is all white hair, one side is all black hair, and no matter what he does, he can't get it to go away. It all happened just that one time when he went into the tech closet. Anyway, that's Dante, just to give you an idea. He'll probably sell you cigarettes for information. There you go.
Brilliant. I love it. Thank you so very much. Let's kick it over to Laura. Can you tell us about your character?
Of course. Hi, hello, friends. My name is Laura. I will be playing Maxine Forshier. Her pronouns are she, her. Maxine was a jock through most of her early school days. Any and all sports that she could get into, she did, because she's always been just surprisingly strong and agile. Well, not terribly surprising given her height and her musculature, but even with her appearance, sometimes the things that she's able to pull off, the feats of strength and agility, are a little disconcerting, but still cool. It's a great party trick. She wears her hair in a big afro style, but keeps most of it cornrowed back out of her face just for safety's sake. She's usually running around in her tenny runners, some form of athleisure, usually that good old-fashioned 1980s windbreaker. And if it's not sweatpants, well, come on, what's the point?
Sweatpants equal life. Love it. Excellent. Aubrey, can you tell us about Devon?
Well, Devon is a bit of a rebel without a cause. Unsure yet. But Devon is part of the rebel clique. She used to be one of the popular kids, but something happened and she was kicked off track team back in high school and kind of just never got over that part. She, kind of wears the punk styles, got Converse, kind of ripped up jeans, just sort of a basic t-shirt with a band logo on it, and then has sort of just this green jacket that's over that, has a messy green hair that has been known to change. Currently is green. And a couple of tattoos, a couple of piercings that you can see, and kind of has a bit of a fuck it all, devil may care attitude.
I love her. So good. Awesome. And V, tell us about your superstar.
Absolutely. Angelica Greenwood thinks very highly of herself. She belongs to the Rising Star clique. She is a triple threat, singing, dancing, acting, doesn't matter. She can do anything and everything, and seems to have just an unending amount of energy and focus and drive. And it's probably best not to ask where that comes from, but she'll just tell you it's all just her own determination. She's known these guys for a while. She and Maxine were friends back in elementary school. They've known each other for a really, really long time. Obviously, they are very, very different people now, especially. But there's just something that keeps them all together. She likes to be comfortable as she can, and obviously being an actor, being a dancer, being a theater person, she has to be comfortable because there's so many things that are required of her all the time. So she likes to wear a nice pair of brightly colored leggings with leg warmers, very in style for the time. She wears a tank top with a slouchy shirt over it so she can be kind of flirty with it, but also not freeze. And then she always wears character shoes because life is a stage. So
oh man, and that's for all you theater majors out there. Good night. Anyway, excellent. So as we meet our unlikely quartet of heroes, these seemingly disparate groups have come together for one reason or another, which we will probably find out later. Each of you is attending the El Camino Community College for Magic and Technology, is the full name for it, lovingly known as ELCO. There are two schools in this universe. There's ELCO and there is Beaumont University, known as BU. And BU are the kind of preppy, stuck-up, very rich kids who are doing the very academia side of magical learning. And for the four of you, you were like, you know what? We're going to do something a little different. So this ragtag group finds themselves as students at Elko College. And you all have spent a lovely summer kind of together, separate, moving about, enjoying your lives. And each of you had been approached by Gary and Wyatt, two of the heads who run the thaumaturgy club at Elko. Now, these guys are like not the coolest, right? As you're walking about campus, you know, they're kind of got a little bit of a nerdy edge to them. They're not terribly popular, and they run the thaumaturgy club, which is like an offshoot of magic that is very obscure and difficult to learn and very, you know, heady and things like that. And they're always trying to recruit people to be part of the thaumaturgy club. Which even as some of you as more outcasts or, you know, fringe people, it's a little too square for you, you know. But Gary and Wyatt have extended this invitation, and they've come up to you excitedly, and they're bounding across the quad. And as the camera pans in, we see it punch in, and the four of you are sitting on a picnic blanket, and you see Gary and Wyatt run up to you, and they're like, "Hey guys, we're going to be having a party this Saturday at the Thaumaturgy Clubhouse. So be there or be square." And they pull a flyer out of their satchel, and they hand it over to you, and it's lovingly printed, very bright colors with triangle details and some lightning bolts on it. It's a Thaumaturgy Club party to end all parties. It's kind of like a welcome back to school vibe, like this last week of summer. So you all find yourselves sitting in the quad talking about this party, and it is a little bit weird that Gary and Wyatt are throwing a party. Like, these guys, really? So let's find out what our characters are up to.
I guess first question, is there beer? Is there going to be beer?
Oh, totally. There's going to be so much beer. Like, kegs of beer. Yeah.
Are there gonna be drugs?
Maybe.
Alright, always hook you up if we go.
I just want to know if it's worth going, because, you know, then I don't have. If I'm gonna go there, there's got to be something fun to do, you know.
Who else is going? Who said yes?
Who else gonna be there?
Well, I mean, honestly, and you just see Wyatt like push his glasses up his nose. He goes, "Everybody."
Everybody.
No, I'm serious. Everybody's coming. And you see, as you like peer across the quad, we get this pan shot of you all, of your perspective as you're looking, and you're just seeing every student on the quad is like holding up these flyers, and they're all kind of nodding and like nudging each other, like, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's the first big rager of the season, so.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the idea.
Let it be known that I have never said no to a party.
We got a pool.
Oh. Okay.
So
Yeah, okay.
Is there a
I'm
diving board?
Yeah. Oh,
God.
totally. Yeah, like, yeah, really sturdy diving board. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is there a slide?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, and we got like hose that runs on it, and you can just like, yeah, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Please come to our party. Listen, it's really important to us because, you know, like, we don't have a whole lot of social cred, and I think it'd be really rad if you guys just said yes.
I'm gonna take a look around at the others because I'm inclined to say yes. It's not often that I would turn down an event with a pool with a diving board, because if nothing else, diving boards are chances to show off amazing flips. in Devon's case, amazing belly flops. She's not very good at the flips, but that's okay. It's not everybody's strong suit. I get it. But you know, I just kind of want to see if everybody else is vibing that way.
Like you had me at kegs.
Yeah.
Y'all.
I guess I can go see what the losers are up to or whatever.
Oh my god, Dante.
Okay, Dante. I'm just gonna
All right,
reach over and
okay.
just pat him on the back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
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 You have like your like little spread of like various 80s snacks in the center there as you're just kind of munching, and they're like, cool. All right, cool. So we'll see you Saturday.
Saturday.
They
Oh my god, it's the finger guns.
They just do finger guns out of the frame. You see them backing up, like, and then they turn. They high five each other as we watch it. We watch their backs as it pans this way, and it cuts back over to the four of you.
Like, I know we're weird. At least we're not that weird.
Exactly.
Are we actually weird compared to that? Like, I actually think we're pretty well adjusted compared to that shit.
I don't
think
use
some
the
of you are
term
weird.
well
You know what we
Sisters.
do, right? That's
Oh.
fucking weird, my guy.
I guess. Whatever. Okay.
I
Go to this fucking
mean,
party. Come on.
yeah, I think first party of the year. I mean, hopefully certain people will be there, you know, to make sure that things kick up a notch if we need it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, if it blows, I can talk to a friend of mine. We can go to their apartment. Like, he's always got like a decent spread of people there. So if this turns out to be a fucking dud, I can get a setup with a contingency.
Okay. I'm gonna trust you guys. If this turns out to be lame as hell, I don't know.
Oh my god, the party's
gonna
going to be as
do?
lame as you make it. I'm going to be there, which means that the party's going to be amazing, period. So,
Are there any things that you would like to do to plan for said party? Any things that you want to do in anticipation
Pick up party favors.
of the drug persuasion?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I recon somehow to
Yeah.
know who's actually gonna be there? Because I know, like you said, everyone's like has the flyer. But just because you got a flyer don't mean you're going, you know?
Yeah. With your ability, that kind of insight that you have, that intuition, and that forethought that you have, by some means or other, you are able to pick up on the fact that for whatever reason, despite the fact that these are the two biggest losers at school, everybody is going to this party. It is the rager of the year, and everybody is really weirdly excited about it.
Can I use one of my chosen abilities?
Yes, absolutely. Talk to me about it.
Okay, so in this game, I'm chosen in Celestial, and I have an ability called Wax Prophetic, where
Yes.
I can deliver a prophecy that must end before the end of the session, or must occur before the end of the session.
Hell yes.
This is giving me bad vibes, and I just want to I take out one of my cigarettes and I inhale deeply, and instead of blowing out gray smoke, it's this deep purple smoke, and my eyes just go white wide. And y'all should know this is me having a vision. And I go, someone's gonna die at that party. And then I just go back. Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh, well, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, but you say someone's gonna die like at least once a week.
Yeah, it's been like this for like 2 months, my guy.
I mean, my track record's only been like 50%. That's pretty good.
flip. I mean, that's a coin flip.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay. All
That's
right.
pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
Look, I could not have predicted. Like, you predict somehow just like hyenas ate a professor? Like, that was weird.
Yeah, no, that was wild. I don't
happened.
like, to be fair, I don't think that level of conjuration should have been attempted in that level of class. So, like,
For sure.
No.
that was
mean-
bad news.
I mean, we're not, we're at a community college. There's a lot of mistakes that happen here.
Okay, all right. Can we not talk about where we are? I am reminded on the daily of where we are and where we aren't. So if we could just move this conversation along.
Excellent.
But yes, no, I similarly to Devon, and completely separate because obviously nobody knows this. But yes, I do need to call Jeremy to make sure that I have everything that I will need to make sure I'm the life of the party on Saturday. But it's not. It's just for me, so it's different.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that connection. Jeremy Moss.
Jeremy Moss, yes.
Mhm.
Moss
What a
the
guy.
boss. What a guy.
I don't know,
Moss the
Jeremy.
boss.
Great. He's a great guy. But
excellent.
nobody else knows that I'm going to do that. So
Sure.
nobody knows. They might know.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, you're not super smooth about it, babe.
It's like, what's in that back room? Nobody.
Nothing. Yes.
Nothing.
What? What's the question?
Devon staying quiet in a closet.
Awful. Anyway.
Anyway. So we're getting some party favors. We've had a prophecy. We've had a prophecy. Any other things?
I guess I'll check in with Polly. Because like if Polly's gonna be there, at the very least I know I will be entertained. Because he's very good at reading people for filth. So if it's just lame-o central, at least I'll have a good time hanging out with Polly.
Correct. And if we were to do a smash cut over to you, at night at your place, you're on the phone, with Polly, and he tells you, yeah, of course I'm going to be there.
Good. Like it's weird, right? The fact that
I
those
mean-
two have decided to gather the entire student population to their place, that's weird, right?
I mean, it's weird, but are you really going to turn down a party right now?
First of all, don't be dumb. They said there would be kegs and
And probably a lot more than that. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
well, if Devon has her way, obviously.
Well, let's just go. And if it sucks, then let's get pizza.
Yeah. If it sucks, can we watch that new John Hughes movie you told me about?
Yes, of course. 17 candles? Yes.
Perfect. All right, you'll meet us there?
Yeah, I'll see you there, babe.
All right. Thanks, Polly.
Bye. Click. Cutting back over to the quad. Okay, so we've had a prophecy. We've contacted Polly to see if he's going to the party. We've contacted Jeremy Moss, Moss's boss.
Moss's boss.
Devon, anything you'd like to do before?
I'm ready to roll up.
Yeah, honestly, it was like party favors, all that stuff.
Contingency
Excellent.
plan. Let's roll.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And
Right.
I'll just mooch off of someone else's contingency plan if things really do go to shit. Because
I love it.
I have a bad habit of just showing up wherever I want to.
Like a bad goddamn penny.
Yeah, she can do that. I wonder why. Anyway, thinly veiled secrets later. Smash cut over to Saturday night. It's around 8 o'clock. You're deciding, all right, we're going to scope this out. We go early. If it sucks, we leave. And you're walking up the driveway. And we're catching the footages of your backs as you walk up. What song is playing?
Fight the power.
There you go.
That's a
There
good
you
one,
go.
yeah.
There you go. And you're walking in step, this very cool scene, and we see you all in your various, you're your typical attire taken a little bit higher. Maybe you turn to Angelica and she gave you just a hint of a glamour. If anybody might want to take that.
I'm always one for glamour. I've obviously have given a little glamour to myself. It's kind of fun. It's actually a set of sparkles that they don't sit on my skin, so it's not like my skin is sparkling, but it's just kind of like there are just sparkles that just kind of like radiate off of my entire person, because obviously I'm here to be the center of attention.
Let's have you roll for that.
I can do that, absolutely.
Let's have you roll to see how well you pulled off this glamour. I'm also looking it up here because you took the feature of Magecraft 102 in blue, correct?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, and even though blue is tied to emotions, like the blue emotion, because I'm using glam, does that affect anything at all?
I would say, like, what is Angelica's emotional state at this point? So this is a mechanic of the game of what's her emotional state as she's as you we're all getting ready together, how are you feeling? Confidence?
I'm definitely. Oh, I mean, it is a party. I am here to be the life of it. There is a bikini on under these clothes. We are ready to go. I am ready to show off. I have prepared myself to get all of the attention. I'm ready for all of it. So joyous, optimistic is probably pretty good.
Yeah.
So I would say yellow.
Yeah. Yellow. Let's say yellow and glam to see how well you pull this off. And because you do have this Magecraft 102, I would say you can roll with a +2 advantage on this.
Okay. So and then. So I just want to make sure, because I want to make sure I'm doing this right. So my emotion is currently yellow, which means that the adjacent ones are green and orange, which means I would roll blue because it's a blue magic at the D4, correct? Because it's not adjacent, it's just the default roll.
Your emotion being yellow.
Yes.
Aha. This is where I wanted to get into the mechanics of things. Your emotion being yellow, I believe you would roll the yellow emotion plus your glam trait.
But the magic is blue because it's an illusion.
The magic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then, let's have you, since it's an illusion magic, yes, then you would roll, if you're at yellow, green would be adjacent. So it would be a D4, but you're going to get a +2 to your blue roll.
Okay.
And then you're going to roll your glam trait. So you're rolling 2 dice.
Yes.
Let's see how well this goes.
All right. So that is 6 + 2. So I got an 8 for that.
8, and that is that including
that includes the +2.
That's including both dice.
Yes, I got a 2 and a 6, or 2 and a 4 +2.
And you got an 8.
Yes.
I would say that you pull off the sparkles pretty well, but the thing that you haven't realized, and you think it looks fantastic, is it is a lot of sparkle. It's a lot of sparkle.
Is that bad though?
Like, it's like you smeared it on there, and to Max, like that face. That is
yeah, but I say again, is that bad though?
To you, it's like kind of an illusion of delusion.
Okay, all right, okay.
Like staring, like if you look up at the club and you look into the disco ball at the exact wrong moment, and you just get a reflection,
Correct.
like back. Okay, all right.
Yep.
Yep.
Exactly that. Exactly that. To you, not intense. To everybody else, might be a little intense.
Well,
but you're feeling confident.
It's their problem, not mine.
Yeah, exactly. Are you wanting to give some glam to anybody else? Is anybody else wanting some glam as we walk into this party?
I am free to give anybody glam all the time.
If it's being offered, Sure, it would just be like, yeah, just kind of just like touch this up. Just point at my face.
Touch this up. I'm just gonna. I have to think for a minute because Devon and I have very different understandings of what that could possibly mean. So I guess
Correct.
we'll see how well it turns out based on my role.
Yeah, exactly. That's the fun of the game. So we'll have you make the same roll. So it'll be the D4 plus 2. You're getting that additional bonus of the magic, and then your glam
Okay.
trait.
Awesome. I
No.
think I have slightly worse news. So that was 3 plus 2 is 5. I rolled a 2 and a 1, and then plus 2.
Oh no! Describe what you did to Devon.
So here's what had happened.
What happened was
Preppy makeup.
Yeah. So when Devon talks about I want, to like touch this up, the problem is I've been watching a lot of so one of the things that I was suggested to watch just to kind of learn a little bit from is actually beauty pageants. So the unfortunate part is as I'm trying to do her makeup and give her just kind of like an extra little oomph to all of this, this blue light that I've kind of pulled out from my little compact, which is where my familiar lives. The unfortunate thing is that Devon has really obviously fake teeth now that just look like the flippers that you'd use at beauty pageants.
Oh, God.
Immaculate.
Luckily,
but
I
it's
don't
very
smile.
Obviously, well, no. Here's the problem. Because of the way that the flipper is, because it's that kind of thing. Part of the glamour is that you're constantly smiling. So even though you don't smile, you're gonna just have this smile plastered on your face for a while because I'm taking 102, which means that my glamours can last for a couple days. You look great. A smile looks good on you. You should try it more often.
Please, someone punch me in the face.
Oh boy. I'm going to. It wasn't such an egregious role that I think it would be a permanent condition, but I think Devon is going to take the condition of embarrassed. So I think under blue, go ahead and write in embarrassed as a function of what you're dealing with right now. Yep. Anyone else?
You know, after seeing that, I'm
Nope.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm
No.
I'm straight. I'm straight, Holmes. I'm good.
What? Don't ask me to mess with your face. Don't ask me. Like, do you want
I
a tail?
won't
I can give
ever
you a
again.
tail.
No,
Definitely
absolutely
not asking
not.
that again.
Oh my god. Whatever.
I am A-okay, Angie. Thanks.
So, as you've, as Angie has provided these magical glamours.
Excuse me, who? Who's Angelica Greenwood?
Sorry.
Caito?
This is my trick here. What? Angie?
Angie?
Oh my god.
Ange?
As
Or
you
Angelica.
and
I'll
yeah,
say
and
Angelica.
I'm sorry, Angelica. just in that quiet, dulcet tone. You're like the only one who respects her real name. Oh man. As you approach and you, if you want to go ahead and pop open your Tabula Sono window there, if you haven't already, here is the front door. Let's see if I can. Yeah, there you go, V. Okay, so V, having taken a condition under blue of embarrassed, I think that it would be perfectly understandable to change your character color to blue, which is I'm really excited about this game because we can change colors. Look at this sweet, sweet house with the purple walls and these big green trees out front. And from inside, you're hearing just the sounds of synths and bass. The party is popping. People are having a really good time in here. You can hear lots of chatter. There are lots of party goers around. And you make your way over to the front door here. You saw the ping on the map there. You make your way over to the front door and you let yourself in, and none of you have ever been to the Thaumaturgy Club house. It is massive. It is gorgeous. It is, where the hell did these kids get this funding? It is mind-boggling, and you understand why they're throwing the rager they're throwing. For the intents and purposes of our game, I'm going to lower the walls so we can have a better visual playing field. Oh yeah. There we go. Also, if at any point...
Smooth, though.
If at any point y'all want to see this in a 2D bird's eye view of the map, there is a button towards your compass that says 3D. You can toggle it to 2D if you wanted to see it that way. Whatever makes you feel most comfortable as a player. As you can see, there's a lovely bearskin rug on the floor. You enter the room, you see various people. The bearskin rug, underneath it is this kind of light up dance floor. And you see there are various people, having a great time dancing. There's kind of this magical neon essence in the room. But I will leave it to you all to tell me what the mood of this room actually feels like. What does this feel like to you? What is the color involved? What song is currently playing? This is a collaborative effort, so paint a picture for me.
I mean, somebody said Depeche Mode in the chat earlier. Now I'm just thinking of People Are People by Depeche Mode.
People are people, and that's all I can sing for copyright purposes.
Yep.
Anyway.
Yep.
But I'm thinking if it's not some Depeche Mode, I can't remember who the damn artist is, but it's who is it?
This is the problem with 80s music. We're like, who is that? Really?
Who is that? Echo and the Bunnymen.
Okay. All right.
Lips Like Sugar.
Love it.
So I think we're probably getting a fair amount of like yellow, maybe a little bit of green, and it's a college party, so there's probably a little bit of red floating around.
There's
Totally.
that. Yeah, with Lips Like Sugar. Yeah, I think red is the. Yeah,
but it's like one of those little like lights that you see at like wedding receptions that like shifts and changes with the music. Except for instead of an actual like physical item, like a physical light, it's just this ball of energy and light and color that's posted up by the DJ booth.
Gorgeous, beautiful detail. I absolutely love it. And over the kind of near where Dante is currently standing is where the DJ booth is. There are these cool chairs hanging out. People dancing. You notice, Angelica, notice one of your fellow theater kids here on the dance floor. And you also, as you look at her, you look behind and you see Jeremy Moss standing just inside this dining area here as you took a little bit of a scan around the room.
Did I happen to give him a visit before this party, or were we gonna just say hi to each other here?
Let's confer. What does the table think? Was there a visit beforehand, or is it more engaging to do it at the party?
Maybe he didn't have the stuff you needed, and he was like, I'll give it to you at the party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, he's like, I'll have it, but it'll be at the party.
All right. Okay.
You're not his only customer. You're not his only customer.
That's true.
That is fair. Fair. Just gotta make sure I get the right stuff, then not the stuff that's been earmarked for somebody else. No, I mean, yeah, absolutely. But spotting Jeremy, I'm just gonna, oh, guys, I'm gonna go say hi to Jeremy real fast. I'll be right back. And I will just excuse myself without waiting for anybody to ask any questions.
Oh, of course.
Sure.
If I see
You
Jeremy,
make your way-
this moment, lock eyes, and
Oh yeah, absolutely. As you make your way over, you pass this this neon blue sign that is on the wall there, and it's kind of this like scrawling script that says "Let the good times roll," and it is kind of illuminating the whole room. This blue color. You're seeing very adjacent like pinks and red lighting from different places. Like they have gone all out and spared no expense to create this environment that is truly a party.
How strange. It's really weird. This is very, very weird for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is weird for them. It's a weird flavor for them. Like they use thaumaturgy. Like that's kind of like ancient art stuff. That's like Dewey Decimal System stuff, like,
Yeah.
Decimal.
Nah.
I worked in the library. It's just funny to me.
I don't know anything about math or science. Library system? Who knows?
Who knows?
it's probably some sort of sorcery.
Some sort of sorcery.
Some sort of sorcery. As you make your way over to Jeremy, he's standing there and he's kind of looking a little suave. And he goes, "Oh, hey."
Hey, so I'm here, you're here. Did you bring it?
Yeah. Cutting right to the chase there, Greenwood. Yeah. You don't, no sense of formality, no, how are you?
Jeremy, oh my god. Hi, Jeremy. How are you doing? Are you enjoying the party? I'm surprised that you're here this
yeah.
early. You usually come like a little fashionably late, so I'm surprised to see you here
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, I'm surprised I'm here early too, but for one of my favorites, it's just,
Wow.
you gotta get here early, scope the scene.
Yeah. Anything I should be aware of that you may have already scoped out? I mean, obviously I just got here, so I saw you and obviously had to come say hi first.
Well, good. I'm glad that you're keeping your priorities straight there.
Obviously, always.
Now I gotta say here, Ange, I had to go to some lengths to get this because, as you know, I didn't have the right stuff that you always want, So it's gonna cost you a little extra.
How much extra?
Call it 40. He sucks on his teeth a little bit.
And if you weren't you, Jeremy, if you...
But I am me.
Yeah. You sure are, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Fine. An extra 40 then.
And you having done deals with him a lot, you just kind of, you have it folded up in your hand already, and you just give him a handshake, and it's like, and as he does it, he clasps your hand and like squeezes just a little too tight as you palm the money off to him, and he tucks it into his pocket, and he pulls it out very blatantly in front of the entire party and just hands it to you. Puts it in your hand there.
I quickly grab it and just like put it away, and I just say, Jeremy, do you think maybe you could just a little bit?
Give me a sway roll with
Okay.
whatever Angelica's feeling at this moment.
Ooh, that's a good question. What am I feeling at this moment? I actually think I'm gonna keep with the blue because I'm confused as to why he would do it, and also a little scared that like any of my friends would have noticed. So I think blue makes the most sense for this.
Absolutely.
So let me grab that, and then my sway. Ooh, that's a 9. 6
A
and
9.
3. Yeah.
He Jeremy, could you it slipped out of your hand and landed on the floor next to his feet, and he gets down as if to tie his shoe, and he grabs it and stands up and puts an arm around you and goes, sorry about that, and tucks it into your hand.
Thank you. And I'll straighten my hair because, you know, he messed it up a little bit as he put his arm around me, but that's all right.
Yeah, he's a scumbag.
Yeah.
He's a total scumbag.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's smash cut over to, what is Dante doing? Dante, who predicted that someone might die at this party.
It's not might, it's gonna happen. Dante is sitting by the wall and he's checking what the vibe is with everyone. He doesn't like to go to a lot of social parties, but he goes to he listens to music and bands all the time, so he's used to scanning and get the feel of a crowd. He wants to know, what is everyone doing, what's happening, and is there anyone around that looks a little bit okay. Did Dante see the deal? Was that an obvious someone is dealing drugs here situation for him?
Let's have you roll for this. Okay, so we're gonna take your whatever emotional state you're in, whatever you think. Dante might, I don't know, maybe alert, maybe an orange state.
Yeah, I kind of think vigilant would be a kind of a good state to be in. Okay.
And then I think maybe psych would be the most. What does the table think? Do we think a psych roll would be the most sensible, or a mental roll to kind of scope the scene? See if you got this.
Yeah, if we're doing a full-on perception, quote unquote check, yeah,
I think it's psych.
Fall under psych.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, for me, it wouldn't matter because they're the same die. But let's see what I get. 5.
5 total.
Yeah.
Do you get any bonuses or buffs because of your chosen? Do you get a plus to anything?
Wait a second.
Just want to make sure we didn't.
This could be retroactive, I suppose. Oh no, I couldn't. No. Mine's a response to someone receiving a condition, which no one has.
Oh, sure.
That was a past thing. Devon got a condition, but not Angelica. So no, not there. I do have the ability Wallflower, which if I just spend time in a moment in the crowd, I gather information as if I've been asking questions, but I guess it's a little bit different because I want to know specifically, did I see drugs get sold?
Yeah.
No, I don't think
because
I have much.
You could, if you wanted to spend a heart, you could do try hard, but it depends on if you want to save that or not for later. You can spend a heart and get a +2 to reroll.
I'll hold off. I'll hold off on it.
All good.
But that's
you
kind of...
did see something weird happen, and it is one of those moments where you did see an interaction between Jeremy Moss and Angelica. It's what the hell's going on there?
Yeah.
And you do take that moment in, and as you do, you pan around and you kind of scan the kitchen past the table area, and out of this room, you see Stacy Morgan.
Holy shit. Oh, okay.
She's at the party.
Okay.
And oh my God, Gary and Wyatt got Stacy Morgan to come to the party. Oh my God.
Can I say, okay, just in theme of this game, can I switch to music? Can I say "Personal Jesus" starts playing by Depeche Mode?
Yes, absolutely it does. Absolutely it does. You hear the first notes. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I have a very important staging question for you, Dante. Are you wearing the shirt?
Oh, yes, because that's dramatic and fun. Yes. I see Stacy Morgan, my own personal Jesus.
As you hear ding ding.
Yep.
Reach out, touch faith.
Yes. And I'm wearing a shirt that says "My Emotional Sausage," the name of the band that she sings in. It is a tattered tee that is like hundreds of little holes. The shirt is more holes than it is shirt at this point. But you can still see like a small, like grungy drawn graphic that was on there that was like from one show that was like maybe from 3 years ago that no one remembers but him. And it's just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Be cool, be cool, be cool.
Be cool, because Stacey Morgan is making her way directly over to you.
His emotional state immediately goes red.
Great, love it. You can feel free to change your character color if you want.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go.
Yeah, do it.
And what? I think. Yeah.
Woo! Look at that, look at that. As Stacey Morgan stands before you, truly like the coolest and hottest babe you've ever seen in your whole life. She's got this like really teased up kind of like with short bangs, like this spiky looking mullet going on that's like part black, and hers is part black and part blonde, but it's clear that she dyes it that way. So there's like this kind of connection that you guys have like some really similar hair color. And she's got this massive ball ring, septum piercing, and you can just see like the hint of her cropped shirt. You just see this hint of this tattoo, this chest piece coming up. She's got like an armband tattoo around. She's wearing a tiny mini skirt and these big shit-kicking combat boots. She is a vision. She is so cool. You have kind of a crush on her, but also just really excited to be meeting your idol. And she directly walks up to you and she goes, "Hey, you're like always at our shows, aren't you?" And you just see like she kind of like blinks through her really long lashes with these like charcoal black rimmed eyes.
My first instinct, I take out a cigarette and I light it like right away. I'm like, yeah, you got some good shit.
Thanks. Just wanted to say like thanks so much for like being such a supporter. Oh, nice. And she looks at your shirt. She's like, that's really rad.
Yeah.
What are you doing here? What's your name?
Oh, I'm Dante. I'm here checking out the party, seeing what everyone's up to, First party of the year. You gotta get a feel what's happening. And
Totally.
yeah.
Well, we're playing a set later, like out by the pool.
Oh, how did I not know that? Okay, yeah, cool.
It was like a private event kind of thing. These guys just hired us and like totally met our price, which is freaking cool.
Yeah. That's all cool. Takes a big huff of the cigarette, just another. What the fuck is
She
going
goes,
on?
"Can I bum one of those off here?"
Shaky hand pulls out the whole pack. Like, yeah. Cool.
I'm gonna have you roll for this, and I'm trying to
Okay.
figure out what it's gonna be. Okay, so we're red, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
we're super passionate.
Yeah.
Are you trying to be cool? Like, is this a glam roll? Like, what are you thinking? Anyone can chime in as well if
I feel like
Logan needs some help.
style maybe, but I
Mhm.
almost wish it could be sway because I'm trying to persuade her that I'm cool. I don't know. I'm
Are
gonna
you-
let.
I think the argument is more for glam because it's like style and also like attitude. So you're like trying to project this like air about you.
Mhm.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, that
That's
makes
true.
sense.
That's true. That's fair. Okay, I'll take that. Roll these together. 7. 7 total.
7 total. It's like definitely not a failure. She clocks a little bit of like maybe like a blush in your cheek, and she clocks your hand shaking, and she looks and kind of assesses you. Like she's got like kind of that punk girl scowl, and then she like cracks a really wide smile and goes, hey, like, if you want to, like, chat after, like, we can talk. Just a thought. And she takes a cigarette and she goes outside.
That'd be cool. Oh shit, she's gone. Oh, okay.
Yeah, exactly. It was, yeah, you totally froze as she walked away out through the door.
Dante is just frozen like against the wall, not looking at anyone, or if anything, looking through everyone like, what the fuck?
Let's see, what on earth now, as we have Dante, as we like kind of catch him, camera right here, like we cut over to Devon. What's Devon up to?
Well, I think now would be a great time to use a coping skill.
Yeah, because you
I
gotta
would
clear
like
that embarrassed.
Yeah, and one of mine is perfect. Is I gotta engage in a vice and ignore the pain.
All right.
So
Are
it is immediately like, look around. Where's the booze?
You hear lots of cheering and yelling from this room over here.
Cool. That is immediately like. There's a moment. See Jeremy lock eyes, being like, I'll deal with that later. First is heading to wherever the room I think the booze is in and getting a drink.
Yep. And as you walk into this room here, you see a group of jocks standing around a table with myriad plastic cups in a diamond triangle formation, and they all have ping pong balls in hand, and they are lobbing them. And occasionally you hear an "oh!" in the corner. You see a group of like 3 really burly looking guys, and one of them is doing a keg stand, and they're bracing and they're going chug, 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 chug. This seems to be like the beer room.
Then it is whatever I need to do to get a drink, whoever I need to talk to. That is who I sidle up to and grab a cup.
Sure. I intentionally did not fill this room with as many jocks as are actually in this room.
Yeah.
I'm having the 2 oppositional players, and then we're presuming we know that there are people in the corner. You walk up to the keg and you see these 3 jocks, and one flips back down, standing back up on his feet. He's got no shirt on. He's just pouring beer down his front. He's like, whoa, yeah. And they look at you and they go, are you next?
Devon thinks for a second and just goes, yeah, no, fuck it, let's do it.
Okay, we're gonna have you roll for this. So I think you're in, you have an emotional condition of blue, of embarrassed. I think that you're probably gonna make a bod check. Does that sound reasonable?
Sure, yeah.
A bod check, since you're gonna have to do a handstand to do this.
So it's the bod and what emotion?
Yeah, so we're trying to clear the blue emotion. I think this would be a rules reference moment of do you roll the emotion you're trying to clear? What are we thinking here?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
That is an interesting question.
Would you roll the opposite of the emotional color?
Kind of like what we did with the magic.
Yeah, so like if the opposite's yellow, would you roll yellow then to try and...
Yeah, that would make the most sense to me. So, your emotional state is in blue, so it's going to be 2 die over, so it would be a D4, plus your bod, your bod trait.
That is going to be a 9.
A 9, solid. Yes, you go, fuck it, let's do it. And instead of putting your hands on the ground and doing a handstand with your feet braced on the wall, you put your hands on the side of the keg and you just tilt yourself upside down, and you're holding onto the keg as this jock just puts this hose into your mouth, and they're going chug, 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 as you just like feel this this horribly, it's starting to get a little bit room temperature beer. It's very foamy, but man, it's doing the trick. I would consider because you rolled so high, I would say your emotional status of embarrassed is now cleared. And I would say that you probably are drifting more towards a yellow emotional trait because you feel confident.
I definitely see like my emotions turning a little yellow. It's like, fuck yeah, I did that. I did the keg stand.
And you as the rebel, you can kind of fuck with the party boys. You know what I mean? Like you kind of have that vibe with them.
Yeah.
And they're like, right on, Devon, you're so fucking cool.
I'll be here all week.
Excellent. And as you kind of, flip back down, you get a little bit of beer on your shirt, and it's like, ugh, it's slimy. You do notice that someone else is here too. Emerging from the same room where we found Stacy Morgan, you see this minifig is hilarious. You see Tegan Clark emerge, and she heads towards the kitchen past the dining table as you see her kind of disappear this way.
There's the clock that, and it's the, just being like, well, I also got to take a drink for the road, and grab just a red Solo cup full of beer, and
they all high five you along the way out.
Yeah. Start making my way towards the kitchen.
Sure. As you make your way in there, you see that Tegan is standing presumably alone. There's a surly looking bartender who is not really saying much of anything, but he is mixing some nice drinks. You know Tegan to be the sort of person who would really prefer a nice cocktail over like a regular beer. Like she's a little bit fussy, but that's something that you really love about her. And she's standing there. She's got this kind of sun-kissed blonde hair that's about to hear that she likes to wear kind of like pulled a little bit back away from her face. And she's wearing like a short crop top and like very loose baggy jeans. And it sends your heart a little bit aflutter as you see her.
And kind of just do the, oh, I just walked in here, like, oh my God, you're here too?
And she turns around and goes, oh, hey, when did you get here?
A couple minutes ago, I guess.
Right on. I kind of wish you had called.
I didn't think this was your scene.
Yeah, I didn't really think it would be my scene either, but I'm here. So, who'd you come with?
Oh, just Angie, Max, Dante, normal group.
The usual.
Yeah, the usual.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, cool. And she like sips her drink a little.
Mm-hmm. I'm just like, I'm drinking room temperature beer. It's so glamorous. I've got to do the whole
that whole yellow vibe that you had. You're starting to shift a little bit back towards that blue nervousness feeling.
And then it's
bypassing green entirely.
But it's definitely starting to shift. It's like, this isn't going how I thought it would. And then just being like, first party of the year, and didn't exactly think the people who were throwing it were the kind of real parties, and kind of a little
right?
curious.
Like Gary and Wyatt? Since when?
Since now, apparently.
Yeah, I guess so. Anyway, nice to see you. I hate to say it, but I'm kind of here with someone.
There's the. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like camera punches in on your face.
Yep, and
A bead
it's
of
just
sweat.
it's the I need to get out of here right now. She's like, well, I'm happy for you. And it's a big party. I'm sure, keep out of your way and all that stuff. And
No, it's cool. You don't have to like keep out of the way or anything. I just didn't want to not tell you.
So, who's the incredibly lucky person?
Jeremy.
And it's just like it's like, what's the incredibly lucky person? There's a spit take. There's just like, and maybe there is the whole slightly as the spit take is, I spill the beer, and then it's just like, nope, tonight's a wash. I gotta get out of here.
Devon, look, I'm really sorry. I probably should have said something sooner, but I just didn't. You never called.
Yeah, that's on me. I gotta go clean up.
Okay, catch you on the flip side, I guess. And she just makes a hasty retreat out the glass doors here to the porch.
I will also make my own slippery retreat.
Beautiful. Love a slippery retreat.
It's just, I'm there and then I'm gone.
And you're gone. Yep, absolutely. Max, where are you? What are you doing? What is happening?
So because I know Angie, and because I know Jeremy, and because the last time I had to deal with those two, I ended up spending a lot of money and dealing with some particularly aggressive student journalists. I'm watching that little slippery little bastard like a hawk. It is definitely like stink eye. And I'm not being shy about it, because I don't care if he likes me, because I think he's a shit.
Sure. Yeah, he is. He's an absolute scumbag.
He's a shitter. I don't like him.
As you're staring at him, like kind of mean mugging him across the way, you see you did pick up on this interaction between him and Angie, but you are not going to say anything. This is like, right? This is the epitome of like how terrible, but okay. And in from the patio, you see Holly G coming in, the nerdy little nerd, and he sees you and he looks at you from afar like, we don't really interact in out social events. Do I come approach you? What are your thoughts?
Like, I'll look at him and I'll realize that he's doing the weird, like, his weird little, like, and I'll roll my eyes and sort of just like stomp over. I'm picturing there's somebody who's decided that the person that they're flirting with is more important than their solo cup of beer, so I will just swipe the beer as I walk over.
Sure. Absolutely. Yeah, you just grab it off the coffee table.
Don't care.
You're walking past Dante, who's a little bit like,
Can't tell if I'm having a vision or not. Just that's my eyes.
Like,
yeah.
there's nothing there, which is occasionally like, we're never entirely sure, because sometimes he just dissociates and we're like, you there? He's still breathing, it's fine. So yeah, I keep walking and go up to Polly and it's like, oh good, you made it.
And Polly makes his way over to you. Oops, if I could grab my minifig here. He meets you halfway on the bearskin rug. This elite, definitely, I went out of my way to choose a pixelated bearskin rug because I thought it was really funny. 8-bit bearskin. And he stands there and he just has these jeans that are just slightly too high. And he's got this like braided brown belt, but like he has this like nerd fashion kind of thing, but like he's still a painful nerd. It's a painful nerd look. Mm-hmm.
But
it's got like, you know,
it's designer.
Yeah. Designer nerd. Exactly. Designer nerd.
Exactly.
And he goes,
the jeans, you know, the jeans are Jordache.
oh, 1000%. 1000%. And he looks at you and goes, hey girl.
Hi. My friends are fucking stupid.
Well, yeah, I could have told you that.
Well, did you find anyone interesting besides me?
Well, I'm a little surprised at how, I don't know, cool Gary and Wyatt are right now. Like, are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. But I did see some people out by the pool that I was like, whoa, right on. I think there's a Lightborn here.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to check it out?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
And he leads you out the back. You pass Stacy Morgan and you see who you know to be Tegan Clark there. And as you get to the pool here, you see there are people standing around with beer. They're like, you know, jumping in. There's people like stripping off all their clothes and jumping into the pool. People are starting to get a little buck wild now. They're like going a little bit crazy. And you see standing next to the pool this figure here, who's actually meant to be taller than that. So hold please. Look, I can adjust the scale. Taller than that even. There we go. How about that? You see this this person standing at the edge of the pool. She has this kind of bright golden yellow skin, and she's got this fiery orange hair that's like very coiffed in the style of the 80s. That's kind of like up and back. And she's wearing this very tight purple dress that is short and these very killer red stilettos. She's a total babe. She's a total Lightborn. She's definitely someone that you are a little bit like, hey, we're all weird and into magic here, but what is a Lightborn doing at their party?
Yeah, that's Polly.
Yeah, what? I'm right here.
Like, I'm doing that thing where it's like, hey. Like, not, it's like, is that the only Lightborn here?
And he looks and he goes, yeah, I think that's the only Lightborn here.
I mean, the fact that
I don't really know what she's, I'm just like kind of surprised, and like conspiratorially leaning in and like, I'm just like kind of surprised that she's here, to be honest. Like, I don't know why she would be here. Like, it's like the Thaumaturgy Club. Like, why would they even be here?
I don't, like, has she been talking to anyone?
No, she's been kind of like, the thing I've noticed is that she's like orchestrating. You know what I mean? Like, she's just like here, and like anything that Gary and Wyatt ask for, she gives them.
A bit confusion.
Right. Like, it's just like really weird. And you hear from inside the house this like, and you look inside and you see like a firework has gone off in the house, and you just hear people going, yeah. It's clearly some like illusion magic that has like.
Cool. No doubt. Can I, director, can I roll to sort of observe this Lightborn and see what she seems to be focused in on and what it is that she is orchestrating out here?
Yeah, totally. Let's see here. What do you think? I'm guessing probably orange emotional state, kind of vigilant, on guard, watchful. Okay. Yeah. So we'll have you roll orange. Mm-hmm. And then what trait do we think we're rolling here? Do you want mental, psych? I know we had done psych for Dante for that observational moment.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, let's see what happens. That is an 8.
8. It appears as though with an 8, I would say you're noticing that while you live in a magical universe, it's perhaps that this person or this Lightborn is here to imbue it with extra magic, with extra glamours, with extra extraness to make it the most epic party of the year. And the reason you see that is you look at her, you kind of give her the once over, you hear the fireworks going off inside the house, and you turn back to the pool and you look, and there are merfolk in the pool.
Oh. Just poof. Poof,
They're there.
merfolk.
You who you thought were originally just people, partygoers, you look and you realize that they're merfolk.
Okay. Consider my curiosity piqued.
And Polly
That's
looks
great.
and goes like, "Did you see that? Did you see that?"
Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought they were just okay. I'm gonna talk to her. I should talk to her. I'm gonna talk to her.
Sure, yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, as
Like,
previously
shoos
stated,
you along.
decently smart, also kind of dumb.
And Polly just like
Yeah.
makes his way over here to like observe from afar.
Observe the potential shit show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And he's also doing you a solid at this point, and I wouldn't call this in as like your best friend favor that you have as him being part of your bond. But he is keeping watch to make sure that the jocks don't come out and try and interrupt you, because they're going to try and get you to play.
Of course they are. It's the
Yeah.
fucking keg stand champ over here.
Correct.
Yeah, they're gonna give me
Except
shit.
Devon may have you beat at this point.
I mean, apparently, but I didn't witness that, and I'm a little sad about it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna shuffle up to this Lightborn. Just hi.
And she goes, "Oh, hi."
I'm Maxine. What's your name? I don't think we've met before.
And she's towering over you. She's like 7.5 feet tall. And she's just looking down at you like, "Oh, I'm Lorelei. Pleasure." And she offers a very long-fingered hand with these very red manicured nails. And as she offers her hand to you, you kind of look hesitantly at it.
Yeah, there's no like deferential like shake of the. It's definitely like one of those like grab hand firm shake, because that's what I do.
And as you do, you grab the hand, you firm shake, and you get a little like, and it's like, whoa, okay, that is for sure a Lightborn.
All right. Yep. So, is this your first time on the Elko campus?
I've been here for a little bit, but delighted to be a part of it. It's so nice to see the student body.
Yeah. Director, is there a version of an insight check in this game? What is
I
the
think
vibe?
so.
I would like to vibe check.
I think psych with orange would be very vibe check.
Cool. Yeah. bit
Or
of vibe
mental. I
check.
would say mental or psych.
Okay. Yeah, let's call it psych again, because it's
Cool.
like.
Should we have the impression that like Lightborn are like Fae?
So you all know, especially you, Dante, Lightborn are kind of like the good guys, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're good guys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Their morals are their own set morals that are on the opposite side of the edge of the spectrum from the Darkspawn, but they do have their own agendas and they do have their own things. So there is a little bit of a Fae flavor to it.
That's an 11.
11. You're doing a vibe check. A, we've established this with Lightborn. B, you give her kind of a once-over, and you notice she's wildly out of place. She has nothing to do with the school, the student body, and she is somehow orchestrating some stuff at this house for Gary and Wyatt. With what intention? She clearly has something that she has been putting these guys to the test on. These very nerdy kids who have no social status whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
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 You get the sense that she is fulfilling a job or a contract of some kind.
Shit. So, Lorelai, like, how do you know our buddies, White and Gary?
Well, my dear, that's for me to know, and for you to find out. But wow, I love it here. Look at how fun it is.
Oh, for sure. You know, I just figure, like, new start of this semester, trying to branch out to the friend group. And
Yeah.
I like to get to know the folks that run around with my friends. It's just, you know, I figured the best way to make sure that everybody is respecting like boundaries and like, you know, keeping things above board. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, she's giving me nothing, isn't she?
No, she's not giving you anything. She's not showing her hand at all. But you do know that she is the one responsible for all of this magical stuff that's happening.
You know what? It's just so nice of you to offer our buddies a leg up. Like, I know how hard it can be when you feel like you're on the outs and like you want to make sure that you got yourself like a good social standing for the start of the school year. And that's just delightful of you. Really it is.
Thank you. You enjoy the party. And as she floats off, kind of as if she's walking on air, away from you towards the other side of the pool, all four of you hear an epic, mighty crash from the garage, as well as screams. And that, my friends, is where we're going to leave it.
No, Caito!
I told you someone was gonna die. Someone's gonna die.
We don't know that somebody's dead yet. You don't know this. You don't know this.
The clues are there.
Someone's on their way to death for sure.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well,
I hope it's Jeremy.
hey guys, I guess this has been the first session of our Lighthearted campaign, where we get to show off the wonderful Tabula Sono VTT. Sorry, you threw me for a loop there. I'm all kerfuffled now. Yeah.
This is tonight's cliffhanger, by the way.
Just throwing us in there. No, I love it. I'm here for it. Well, I guess now is as good a time as any to hear a little bit from our cast. So, Laura, we'll start with you. If people want to see more of what you do here on the internet, where can they do that?
For sure. Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu, and you can usually actually find me hanging out here with the folks at Queen's Court Games. There will be fucking cliffhanger. I swear to God, Caito. You're almost as bad as Aaron. That's saying a
I think
lot.
that is a compliment.
No, it is, but also
Yeah.
like, fuck you. You can find me hanging out here with the folks at Queen's Court Games. I've got a couple of things coming down the pipeline that I'm probably not allowed to talk about yet. I don't know. I'm probably not. But,
Not allowed to talk about them.
Stay tuned, because we've got some cool horror things coming down the pipeline. With a table of delightfully talented fresh new faces to the Queen's Court. You can find me as Calamity Madden in the All Night Society, coming soon, TM. And if you wanted to hang out with me on the internet and watch me shitpost and be a general hilarious ball of train wreck, you can find me on Twitter as Laura_Tutu, or you can find me on the TikToks while I actually properly cosplay again for the first time in like months, as _Laura_Tutu_, because I can't just get fucking Laura Tutu, of course not. But thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this delightful neon-colored romp.
I don't know how anybody couldn't, because this has been wonderful. It seems like somebody who's having a really good time at this party might be Devon. Aubrey, tell us your thoughts on the game, where people can see more of you being amazing, and what you've got coming out soon.
Well, I would say Devon is having a time at this party. I'm not sure it's a good time.
You know, it was a good time right up until Tegan, I think.
Yeah, it was a good time right up until that point, and that's when the party starts going down. Now I am looking for the way out.
Valid. Sorry, continue.
But yes, hi, I'm Aubrey. Find me everywhere on the internet at Maxine Cosplay, and Mondays this month, you can see me running Kids on Brooms over here, running the Mysteries of Ravenswood. It's been a great time. I think we've only put out the first episode so far.
Yes, we had the first episode this past Monday. The second episode is coming out next Monday. Second episode means a second polyhedral trans pride dice set that you can win. So make sure to be there. The more you watch, the more tickets you get. It's fantastic.
Oh, good. But yes, as to other things around here, you'll see me all over the place. You can also find me as the GM and person who pulls all the strings over on Goblets and Gays. We're currently doing we dubbed it the month of corruption, just as a joke, because we were running Undying Corruption 2-shot, and then we were playing The Corrupted. I believe that is what's currently going on in our mid-season break, and then we'll be back to Blood of Kings and finish up our final season. And then there's also a lot of other things that are going on. I don't know if they're out yet, so go check my Twitter and see if they are out.
And you did give your Twitter, right? Okay, fantastic.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I ADHD'd out of the part where you definitely said your Twitter handle. I'm so sorry. Somebody else who definitely has a Twitter handle and may or may not be having a good time at this party, it remains to be seen. Dante, played by our wonderful friend Logan. If people want to see more of you, where can they do that? What have you got coming out? And also, how are you finding the party so far?
I'm gonna say Dante is actually having like the best time ever because his idol literally walked up and said we should talk. So Dante's having a great time. I don't know what's going on with everyone else. But to catch me anywhere, hello, I am Logan, also known as Logan the GM. You can find me on most social media places at that location. If you choose to find me, you'll mostly find me ranting about random tabletop RPG things, but you might also hear me talk about people of color in tabletop RPGs with my group that I'm part of called Apochromatic Unlimited. We are an all POC group that our goal is to elevate voices in the TTRPG space because God knows we have been giving away some shit for free. So it's time to get that recognition, baby. Anyway, that's where you'll see me. That's what you'll hear from me. You can also catch me on Tales from the Table every other Friday, where I'm playing in an Expanse game as Elroy, an old kind of he's a universalist pastor who will give you every religious service that you can imagine in the Expanse universe, which unfortunately for him means he has to deal with a lot of Mormons. Just a lot of Mormons. There's a lot of Mormons in the Expanse universe.
Space Mormons, the worst.
They want to build a ship and leave, and which I guess okay. But that's me. That's what you can find me.
Awesome, fantastic. Make sure to go follow everybody. You can always check !cast in chat or check the show notes to make sure you've got all those links. But none of this would have been possible without our amazing director, community manager of Tabula Sono, Caito. Fantastic to have you over here. So much fun having fun with this tabletop. If people want to see more of what you're doing, what Tabula Sono's doing, keep up on any of that, where can they do that?
For Tabula Sono, we are all over the internet at Tabula Sono. That is TABULASONO. You can check us out. You can make your own account for free on our website and start playing now. It is very easy and very user-friendly. So do check out Tabula Sono. We also have a Discord. If you would like to join our Discord, we would love that. Keep updated on all of the things Tabula Sono that are happening. We do have a new update coming soon, which is really exciting because we're going to have a ton of new features on top of what we already have. Very thrilled to be a part of it. I will be representing Tabula Sono at Gen Con, so I will be there. So feel free to tweet me or hit up my Instagram DMs and we can meet up and I would be happy to chat with you. My personal Instagram, I have 2 of them because I am also a professional burlesque dancer. My burlesque page is The Helena Handbasket. If you like to follow some spicy, nerdy content, I perform all over the Midwest, all over the country at this point. And I also have my actor one, which is just Caito, Aase. If you would like to check out a really cool movie that I did that is in the vein of this 1980s coming of age story, it is a movie called Revealer. If you're a horror fan, we did a 1980s throwback film. It's a 2-hander. It's very queer and very wonderful and very pro-stripper, which is awesome. And we stand that. We also got to use a gunship song in the film, so check that out too, because it's really, really fun. Revealer, we are on Shudder and Amazon Prime. And finally, I will be in the... I'm really excited about it.
I have Shudder. I can watch that.
Watch it on the shadows. I'm on the shadows. And finally, we just premiered the upcoming horror film Black Mold at Panic Fest in Kansas City this past April, and that will be coming out very soon, available on streaming platforms. I don't know any more information than that, other than I know that it is at the marketplace, and we will be hopefully picked up soon and on different things that you can catch it. So yeah, check out Black Mold if you want some 90s realness in your life, because apparently I'm going to just jump from decade to decade to decade in every single horror film I do. So
We love that. We love celebrating decade by decade. It's fantastic. Something about the 2020s though, maybe just don't. Avoid that. Seems like a bad decade. If I had any
already
say in
enough
it,
of a
I'd
horror
just
show.
avoid it.
We don't need more.
Exactly.
Bad vibes. Bad vibes.
Like absolutely rancid vibes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you all know me, of course. I am V. You can find me anywhere on the internet at V is for Vampire, because my name is V and I like vampires. Exactly. Thank you, Laura. Just in case anybody needed the hand gestures to go with it, that was perfect and wonderful and fabulous. But obviously I do everything over here with Queen's Court Games. I do art, I do editing, I do this, that, and the other thing. Make sure to check out our Patreon. If you're not already subbed, you can get some art that I do only for Patreon people. As I believe Caito mentioned it earlier today, earlier in this stream, we did do all of our character building stuff. We recorded all of that and released that the other day for patrons, which is so exciting because it was honestly like some fantastic content. You should definitely go watch it if you haven't already. The reason that we are making some of the faces and having some of the reactions that we have are because of the character building that we did before. So like, oh my god, it's so good. But go and give us a follow on the internet, on Twitter at Queen's Court RPG, because we can't be Queen's Court Games, which is where we are everywhere else. And I guess that's it. So until next time, bye for now.